I'm interested in weakness, people's weakness and vulnerability, and the bravado that masks that. And then I read the script in its entirety, and then I got sent the documentary that it was based on, and I thought that was a really lovely documentary. And then I met Morgan Matthews, the director, and I thought he was super. I play Martin Humphreys, who is a washed-up maths teacher who was once a promising young maths student, and he now finds himself teaching in a school in Sheffield, mathematics. He meets a young kid who is put in his path called Nathan. This young kid is a prodigious young maths student, and my character sees something special in him, trains him up to go to the International Maths Olympiad, where he competes in maths for medals. So if Asa Butterfield is Rocky, then I'm Rocky's trainer. Martin Humphreys is a guy, he's got multiple sclerosis, quite bad multiple sclerosis, is in the later throes of that, who through meeting this young kid who wants to do maths, who wants to be a mathematician, he rediscovers his love of mathematics and sees it as being something creative and beautiful for the first time since he was a boy. Asa Butterfield is a really good young actor. He's taking it very seriously. You know, he's 16. I don't know how he does it really. I didn't know my ass from my elbow when I was 16, and here he is playing a lead part in a feature film and has been doing it since he was a kid, so more power to him. Me and Sally Hawkins did a play together in the West End in the Royal Court. Morgan came to see that play, and I think as a consequence we've ended up in this film. He liked what we did and he thought we'd be good in it. So I love her. She's one of my dear friends, and she's one of the best actresses in the world, and everyone loves Sally. Everyone who comes into contact with her, she's kind, smart and utterly adorable. Whether you're doing something with £100 million budget or a £2 million budget, the act of stood in front of a camera trying to get across human emotion with another actor is exactly the same, whether it's shot on 3D or whether it's shot on a 5D. You know what I mean? It doesn't. It's the same thing. The speed might be different, but when the camera rolls, that's it. It doesn't matter what's going on. And generally, the bigger the film is, the better the coffee is. That's it. Yeah, I have nicer coffee on big films. That's the only discernible difference. Danny Cohen is shooting this film, works in a very quick way. The turnarounds turnarounds on something like Prometheus would take 3 hours, but on this it's like, turn around, okay, I'll literally just point the camera that way and now we can do it, which is a bit of a revelation. The way he lights, it's all a lot of natural light, and it's freeing. Yeah, it's freeing. Morgan is a big advocate and encourager of inspiration, improvisation and inspiration. So that's nice when someone is encouraging you to do that, because it's also a challenge, improvisation. If it aids and abets the storyline, then great. If it gets in the way of it and holds things up, then get rid of it. And I think he puts a keen eye on that. And also I think we are trying to strike a very naturalistic tone. And if that for Morgan means putting it in your own words, then he's up for that, even though we have a beautiful script written by James Graham, who's a brilliant playwright as well, who's a work I was aware of. It's nice, man. It's nice to mix it up, do it as it's written, improvise sometimes and mesh them both together. I've really, really greatly enjoyed it, and it's been a really beautiful acting experience, and I've loved every second of working with Morgan and the cast and the crew, and it's been as good of experience as I could ever hope to have on a film.